Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Today we've got some massive, gargantuan news, or this announcement from Tesla investing $1.5 billion into Bitcoin with plans to accept Bitcoin payments as well. And as a quick disclaimer, none of this is financial advice and I'm not a financial advisor. As you would expect, the Bitcoin price has absolutely skyrocketed over the past 24 hours. It's up nearly 20%, and I'll talk more about the prices towards the end of the video. Going back to the main story of the day, so just reading a few points from this article from Crypto Slate, Tesla has, this announcement is according to its filing with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC, published today. A comment here, and I do quote, "Thereafter, we invested an aggregate $1.5 billion in Bitcoin under this policy," end quote, as revealed in Tesla's Form 10-K. The company explained that its investment policy was updated in January 2021, so last month, to provide, in air quotes, more flexibility to further diversify and maximize returns on our cash that is not required to maintain adequate operating liquidity, end quote. There are more details in this brief article here. I won't go through it all, but that's pretty much the crux. Headlines as well across various news outlets, especially in the crypto sphere. Just directing you to this podcast as well from Nathaniel Whittlemore at CoinDesk. Everything you need to know about Tesla's purchase. If you would like some further insight into this, just my 2 cents about all of this, or in brief, the message this is sending to various companies and investors around the world, whether they be institutional or retail, the richest person in the world or his company has decided to invest $1.5 billion in this digital asset, which, as we know, has been given a bad rap, has received a lot of criticism and negative publicity over the years. Only recently it's starting to gain a lot more respect from major players in the business space and the general community, or gradually it's been getting there. The question on many people's minds is whether Apple will decide to follow suit and invest huge amounts of money into crypto as well, whether it be Bitcoin, Ethereum, or otherwise, and what other companies will decide to take the lead as well and get on the crypto bandwagon or invest further into these. There was a huge announcement last year from PayPal. They would allow people, at least in the US to begin with, to purchase Bitcoin, Bcash, Litecoin, and Ethereum. And Jack Dorsey, who's behind Square and Twitter, he's a huge fan of it as well, and many other noteworthy people. The last thing I want to say in regards to this, and probably the most important message to take away with you, is that there is a supply shortage of Bitcoin. We don't have many left. You can look at the inflation rate. It's now at about 1.8%. I'll actually scroll down and show you some of these statistics. Let's have a look here. So 21 million Bitcoin is the maximum supply. You factor in about 5 to 6 million, I don't have an exact figure with me. Those Bitcoin have been lost forever for various reasons. At present, we have 18.6 million Bitcoin in circulation. You deduct about 6 million on top of that, many more that have been locked away in wallets and haven't been touched in years because people are understandably just hodling them. You imagine how many left to be mined. Just over 2.37 million Bitcoins. Considering the huge sums of money around the world and various people that are wanting to get involved in the crypto space, and they're buying up all of this Bitcoin, there is not much left. And I'm just going to say there are various crypto commentators who speak about this, but one in particular that really stands out is the Modern Investor. He has spoken at length about this. There is a lot more I could mention, but for brevity, I'll leave it at that. Moving on to some other news. There is this piece from Crypto Slate. This talks about the continuous growth or the insane growth that we've experienced in the DeFi space, or the total value locked in this at a record of $35.8 billion. And if you go to DeFi Pulse, this gives you the latest information about which crypto projects in the lead in regards to total value locked. And as we can see, almost all of them are run on the Ethereum blockchain. For those not looking at the screen, the top 6 at the moment, we have Maker, Aave, Compound, Curve Finance, Uniswap, and SushiSwap. Yesterday, I released a video about Uniswap, so I recommend checking that out if you want some further details, just to put all of this into perspective, to give you a clearer understanding of how the space has absolutely erupted since the beginning of this year. What's that, about 5 to 6 weeks ago? We've had a $20 billion increase in the value of DeFi, so that's more than half of the total value at present, just showing you how much money has been flowing into this space in such a short period of time. And those who have decided to throw their support behind these projects have been reaping the benefits with very good returns on investment. At some point though, I envisage people will gradually, or at least to a certain point, be taking some of the profits from DeFi and putting them into some other cryptos too, potentially. For example, Cardano is another popular crypto in the top 10 that's been doing very well in recent days. A couple of key points from this. IOHK, the company behind the Cardano blockchain, or one of the three I should say, is in the final stages of securing a huge government contract in Africa. According to John O'Connor, the director of African operations at IOHK, the project could add millions of users to Cardano for real-world blockchain implementation. Charles Hoskinson, the founder and CEO of IOHK, has been outspoken about the potential Africa has for blockchain adoption, saying that his company was working on a number of projects aimed exclusively at the continent. But it does say, while there is no concrete information coming neither from Hoskinson nor IOHK, the latest report has shown that whatever IOHK is working on in Africa is in the final stages of development. And I encourage you to read the rest of that. There's plenty of excitement behind ADA and Cardano, especially with the launch of its Shelley mainnet. So as a quick side note, Shelley is one of the 5 main eras or stages as part of Cardano's aim to optimize decentralization. More info there at the Cardano roadmap. But for those that are interested in earning from staking ADA to help secure the network, there is a staking calculator here through the official website. So exciting stuff about what they're doing in Africa. It's a huge market to tap into, and many other places around the world that can benefit from blockchain technology, whether it's Cardano or otherwise. Because staking is fairly popular as well, just one more thing before I move on to the next story. Polkadot, which has been doing very well over the past 24 hours, there is this article here from Blockonomy, which is a staking guide to help you earn DOT rewards. As a quick side note, I've also made a separate video specifically talking about Polkadot and its token if you want further information about how it all functions. The last story before I give you the market update, it's from IoT News. It's titled, Frankfurt Airport is using IOTA to verify COVID-19 test results. I haven't sought permission to go through this. When you look at everything that's going on around the world at present, it's very positive to hear that there are companies out there willing to explore the benefits of distributed ledger technology in relation to this global pandemic, because strictly speaking, IOTA uses something called the Tangle, and that's not blockchain, but it is another form of DLT. IOTA, its crypto, has been doing exceptionally well over the past few days. Another crypto to follow, in my opinion, of course, not financial advice. There's a lot of hype as IOTA migrates to a decentralized system. It's currently in the stages of carrying out its chrysalis, or otherwise known as coordicide, to remove the centralized or coordinator node from its system. There's this blog entry from the IOTA website and information about coordicide as well if you would like. To wrap up the video with a quick market update from Coin Paprika, looking at some of the biggest winners over the past 24 hours, or those in the top 100, BitTorrent up 144%, insane growth, 223% over the past 7 days. I will say expect some form of retracement, or for many of these cryptos that have shot up. Luna 60%, Digibyte 46.5%, IOTA, as I just mentioned, 32% up, and over the past 7 days, 75% increases. It's doing really well at 72 cents. Filecoin 31%, Elrond 28%, Solana 26%. Looking at some of the major cryptos, Dogecoin, it's still continuing its ascent to 10 cents, and it is up 155% over the past week. Tron 22% up, Bitcoin 20% gains in one day, $46,000. Its current market cap of nearly $857 billion, but look at the volume, $83 billion being transacted through Bitcoin over the past 24 hours. This is insane stuff, just the numbers. Polkadot up by about 20%, Algorand doing very well, and many others too. As we see, you go down the list, almost everything is in the green. In terms of losers over the past 24 hours, very few of them. I mean, Cosmos, Maker, Swissborg, and 0x, they're down slightly today, but over the past 7 days, enormous growth. Almost every crypto in the top 100 is in the green over the past week, and that just says it all. That's a wrap for the video. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my latest videos. If you have something to say, or you just want to say g'day, by all means leave your feedback in the comments section. I hope you're all doing well. Take it easy and talk to you soon. See ya.